The blast at the Al-Ahli Arab Hospital on 17th October in the besieged Gaza Strip killed at least 500 people, according to Palestinian authorities, and has dominated the headline. The health ministry in Gaza said that the blast at the hospital was caused by an airstrike by Israel, a claim that the Israeli Defense Forces has denied, as per media reports. The IDF alleges that the hospital was attacked due to a rocket that was misfired by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Today, I will tell you more about the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. The Palestinian Islamic Jihad is a militant group independent of Hamas that functions out of the Gaza Strip, and it's in early years even had differences with the larger organization. However, the Islamic Jihad is considered by many to be the second largest militant group in Gaza. The Palestinian Islamic Jihad was founded in 1981 by a group of Palestinian students who returned to Gaza from Egypt. The genesis of the PIJ lies in the context of the politics within both Egyptian and Palestinian Muslim brotherhoods. Fathi Al-Shiqaqi was born in 1951 in a refugee camp at Rafah in the Gaza Strip. His family had been expelled from Israel at the end of the First Israeli-Arab War. Al-Shiqaqi moved to Egypt in 1974 to study medicine, notes Eric Scar in his phenomenal work, A History of Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Faith, Awareness, and Revolution in the Middle East. It was in Egypt where Al-Shiqaqi met individuals who would form the nucleus of what would become the PIJ in 1981. Shiqaqi set up a study circle in his apartment in al-Zigazag, where Palestinian students would gather to discuss everything from politics to religion to philosophy, Scar writes in his book. Al-Shiqaqi's political belief lies in the centrality of Palestine as a land blessed by God himself in the Quran, as well as he saw Israel as a result of Western colonialism, setting the stage for Islamic Jihad's firm belief at a theological level that every Muslim should engage in an armed struggle against Israel, Scar once again notes in his book. In 1981, Al-Shiqaqi, along with Sheikh Abd al-Aziz Arda, returned to Gaza, along with the other founders of the organization. The Islamic Jihad's founders attempted to convince the existing Palestinian Muslim Brotherhood, under the control of Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, to undertake an armed struggle against Israel. The Palestinian Muslim Brotherhood in its early years focused on social work, specifically establishing schools and hospitals through the Palestinian territories. It was at the margins of the resistance movement. Al-Shiqaqi and the Islamic Jihad nucleus found no support amongst the members of the Palestinian Muslim Brotherhood and seceded to found their own armed militant group. Yassin's Muslim Brotherhood eventually in 1987 evolved into the organization today known as Hamas. However, in the early years of the Islamic Jihad, there were clear issues between the followers of the PIJ and those of the Muslim Brotherhood. PIJ's first military operations against Israel were undertaken in 1984, 5 years before Hamas's first strike. The PIJ is designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the US and Israel, according to the National Counter-Terrorism Center of the US. PIJ is funded by Iran, Syria, and the Hezbollah. In recent years, the Islamic Jihad has been noted to launch its own rocket strikes against Israel, independent of Hamas. The US notes that in August 2022, PIJ launched over 1,000 rockets at Israel in response to the death of one of its leaders. Similarly, in 2019 and 2020, the US notes that the Islamic Jihad acted independently of Hamas in firing rockets at Israel. The current leader of the organization is Ziad al-Nakala, who was elected in September 2018. The PIJ has no political arm, focusing solely on armed resistance, which highlights its divergence from Hamas. Furthermore, it has been reported that the organization remains critical of the Palestinian Authority and the Palestinian Liberation Organization. This is Keshav Padmanabhan for ThePrint. Please subscribe to ThePrint for the latest news and analysis.